Good evening, all of you. Can you all hear me? Please respond if you guys can hear me. If I'm audible to all of you, please respond. Those who are present, please respond. Any disturbance in the voice? Can you all hear me clearly? Please respond, guys. If I'm audible to all of you all can respond. All right. Yes. Okay, Nikita. Great here. So I hope that you all have already given this as a mock, isn't it? Diya hai sabne as a mock test. All right. So, if you had given this as a mock, you must have observed this paper is somewhat tougher than the last year, isn't it? The difficulty level of Iift 2018 is more in comparison with the 2019, isn't it, Nikita? I'm sure that you have written it as a mock. Okay. But remember, the cutoff was also low. The cutoff in the year 2018 for this quant section was only 2.34 marks. Okay, 2.34 marks. So it means that I just need to attempt how many questions? Approximately 3 questions. Okay, it's not like this. The paper was a very difficult paper. All the questions are doable, but in that amount of time, I just need to devote at the max half an hour or half an hour to 35 minutes. That's it. So I need to maximize your score. So like I told you earlier also that spend first 10-15 minutes to identify the easier questions and attempt that and then move to the next section. So easily in the first 10 minutes, you can find out around 3 to 4 questions which can be done. But most of the questions are lengthy. Okay, a lot of calculations are there. We'll see what I'm talking about when I'm saying that a lot of calculations are there. The questions are easy, but all of them are, and there is no direct questions which can be solved just by applying the formula. All of them are application based questions. So the shortcuts and all these things won't work here. Okay. So should I start now? Please respond now. Nikita, Bhusan, and everyone. Okay. Chalo fir, let's start. So the first question here, which is in front of your screen that you all can see. Okay. It says a business group has 3 companies. So there are 3 companies that Z and there is a trust P, which is engaged in charitable activities. Each group company has to donate 5. All right, so we need to donate 5% of its own fund to trust, excluding the loan which the company has taken from the other companies of the group. Okay, okay. So each group company has to donate 5% of its own funds to the trust, excluding the loan which the company has taken from other companies of the group. Now, further, it says X has given a loan to Y. So there are 3 companies, that is X and then Y and then Z. Okay. X has given a loan to Y which is equivalent to 10% of the funds of Y. Okay, that is given here. After receiving the loan, Y has funds which are 2 times the funds of Z. So let's say if I say the initial fund for X, Y, Z is nothing but that is equal to X, Y, and Z here. Okay. And it says after receiving the loan, Y has a funds which are 2 times the funds of Z. If Z gives, so we know that each and every company is giving 5% or here. So here what is happening here that the 5% for Z, I can say Z is giving 10,000 donation. So 5% of total donation of Z, it is nothing but that is 1,000. So what is the total value of Z? That is equal to, I can say 5,200. Okay, which will be comes out to be nothing but that is equal to 2 lakh here. So I can say here. So this is the initial fund for Z here. The question is how much is the approximate contribution of Y to the trust P? So Y is giving how much money to trust P? That is what we need to identify here. We also know one more thing here. X has given a loan of the funds of Y. Okay. So I can say here what is happening in this case. X has given a loan to Y. So X has given some amount of loan to Y which is equal to the 10% of the funds of Y. So if Y is equal to, if Y has got Y funds here, so 10% of Y that will become Okay. So that is the total funds which now Y has. After receiving the loan, after Y has the funds which are 2 times the funds of Z. So 1.Y, it is equal to nothing but twice of the funds of Z. Am I audible to all of you? Please respond. Can you all hear me? Yes. Good evening, Ansu. I'm just asking, can you all hear me? Please respond. Please respond if you all guys can hear me properly. Okay, great. So, कहाँ पे थे हम लोग? Y has funds which are 2 times the funds of Z after receiving the loan. So 1.1Y, it is equal to nothing but that is equal to how much? 4 lakh. That is 2 into 2 lakh. So 1.1Y, it is equal to nothing but I can say that is going. So we can find out what is the value of Y, which is, okay, this is the fund of Y. And it also says that each of the company is giving 5% of its donation. So what I need to do, I need to find out what is the donation which Y has given to Trust P. Y ने कितना donation P को दिया है. So I got 5% of Y. So 5% of Y. This is what we need to calculate. It is equal to 10, 100, and that will be comes out to be nothing but 5 fours are 20 and followed by 3's by. We all know 1 by 11 is equal to 9 by 9.09. So 2 by 11 is 18.18. So this will be 18.18 and this will be the answer. Approximate answer is nothing but that is option number B. So the question is not difficult, but yes, you need to understand the story because a lot of stories are given here. I must have observed IFT में बहुत ज़्यादा stories होती है. Length of the questions are usually lengthy. So you need to avoid not to be attempted in the first round. Anyway, can I move to the next question now? If this part is clear to all of you. All right. So let's move to question number 2 now. Again, to be left in the first round. नहीं करना था फर्स्ट राउंड का क्वेश्चन नहीं है ये. A bucket contains 200 cubic centimeter of liquid. A solid ball is dropped in the bucket, resulting in the rise of liquid level to 1.3 times of its original level. Okay, 1.3 times of its original level increase हो गया. If the radius of the base of the bucket is 3 centimeter and the radius of the surface of the liquid level base of the bucket stop. Find the volume of the solid matter. So I'll say, let's say there is a bucket. Let me draw a bucket here, like this one. The radius is nothing but here of the base is equal to 3 centimeter. So if the radius of the base is 3 centimeter, we can write down that the radius of this base is 3 centimeter here. And this is the water level. Initial, this is the water level. So this is my water level. And let's say the height of this water level is h here. And this is the new water level. New water level after dropping a spherical ball. Okay, after dropping a spherical ball, the water will come above, isn't it? So ये नया हो गया यहाँ पे. And the question is here, if the radius of the base of the bucket is 3 and the radius of the surface of the liquid level is 1 centimeter more, 1 centimeter more here. So I can say the radius of this base is equal to 3. Okay, और ये जो है यहाँ पे जो इनिशियल जो वाटर लेवल था उसके जो रेडियस है दैट इज गिवन टू अस 4 और जो नया आएगा उसका लेवल मुझे नहीं पता है. ओके, बट वी कैन फाइंड आउट हियर. इफ आई से दिस हाइट, इनिशियल हाइट, it is equal to h. Okay, this initial height is h and it says a solid ball is dropped because of which the liquid level to 1.3 times of its original level. 1.3 times. So अब जो new height हो गई वो 1.3 times है. So ball drop करने के कारण जो height increase हुई है वो कितनी हुई है? 0.3 h. That is what I can say here. Okay, that is what we can say here. All right, and I need to find out what? I need to find out the volume of the ball. ठीक है. So I'll say, let's say this is part A and this is part B. So we know A is nothing, but here I can write down A is nothing, the A, where the area which I am represented by A, this is increase in value. Okay. Or that is the volume of, volume of कि स्फेरिकल बॉल डालने के बाद वॉल्यूम कितनी इंक्रीज हो रही है, वो मेरा स्फेरिकल बॉल की वॉल्यूम होगी, जो ए लेवल जो लेवल है वो अब इंक्रीज हो गया. सो नाउ वी कैन फाइंड आउट हियर. नाउ व्हाट इज द वॉल्यूम ऑफ द फ्रस्टम ऑफ ए कोन? So volume of a frustum of a cone, okay, you can note down if you are not aware of this formula, that is 1 by 3 pi into, that is capital R square plus capital R into small r into h. Okay, where capital R and small r is the radius of the top and bottom base. एक bottom है base है, एक top base है, and h is the height of frustum, not the height of the cone. Remember guys, okay, h is nothing but this. ये होता है. Right? So that is the formula which we can apply directly here. So if I'm talking about the volume B, so volume B of the region B, that is equal to, simply I will say 1 by 3 into pi into, that is capital R square. Or in fact, B is already given to us. That is nothing but B is in cubic centimeter. So pi into capital R square, which is 4 plus R square, that is equal to, we can say that is 3 square. So 4 square plus 3 square, 4 cubic centimeter. So from here you can find out what is the height of that frustum of the cone. तो ये मैं कैलकुलेट कर सकता हूं. 4 स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 64 प्लस 3 स्क्वायर इज 9 प्लस 4 इंटू 3. So 64 प्लस 12 प्लस 9, 12 प्लस 9 इज इक्वल टू 21. तो 64 प्लस 25, दैट इज 75. ऑलराइट. सो इससे जो सॉल्व करोगे तो व्हाट विल यू गेट हियर? यू विल गेट द हाइट, इट विल बी कम्स आउट टू बी इक्वल टू 600 by 37 pi. This is what I have done. The height frustum is equal to 600 by 37. But we need to find out the volume A here. Okay. Now, we'll be getting a similar figure, isn't it? Like this one. We can apply the formula of similar triangles. Okay. So you can see it here. I have drawn two lines here. 4 square will be 16. That's right. So 16 plus 9, 25 plus 12, that is 37. So 37 है तो यहाँ पे डिनोमिनेटर में 37 आ जाएगा. Yes, Nikita. So now we need to find out here. So we know this is equal to 3. This is also equal to 3. Okay. So this is equal to 3 and this is 1. 3 plus 1, it is 4. So you can see there is a similar triangle. And in case of similar triangle, if I'm marking the points, this is point P, this is point Q, this is point R. This is S and this is T. So we can see that the triangle PSR, it is nothing but it is similar to the triangle QTR. And if the two triangles are similar, sides will be always in the same proportion here. Okay. So we need to find out the length PS. Length PS होगा तो मुझे जो ऊपर वाला जो बना हुआ है इसका ये length मुझे find out करना है ना. If I need to find out the volume of A plus B here, isn't it? So that is what we need to identify. So we know that the triangle PSR is similar to the triangle QTR. So sides are always in the same proportion. So this is H upon 0.3. All right. So this is H upon 0.3. So नीचे ये जो आ जाएगा यहाँ पे, I can say that is RT upon TS. Okay, RT upon TS. It will be equal to nothing, or RT upon SRB, you can say. Yes. Let me write it down here. So RT upon RS, which is equal to 1 upon 1.3. It must be equal to what? That is T on PS RS. It is equal to 1 upon, and T is also equal to 1 upon PS here. So the length PS, it is equal to nothing but that is equal to 1.3. Okay. So PS is equal to 1.3. So I can say this length, it is equal to nothing but 4.3. So I hope that it is clear. We have identified that is 4.3. So we have need to calculate the volume of P. And I need to find out the volume of A. So what is the volume of A? The same formula, we can apply that 1 by 3 into pi into the. Yes, that's right. PS is equal to 1.3. We have got it. So we need to find out the volume of A. So you can calculate A plus B minus B, or directly we can calculate A. So A के लिए क्या हो गया? Volume of A. A is also a frustum here. So I can 3 into R square, which is equal to 4 square plus 4.3 square, isn't it? Plus 4 into 4. Okay, and the height of this will be equal to nothing but that is 0.3 into H. We know the value of H, that is 600 by 37 pi. So just substitute this value H by 600 by 37 pi. So instead of this, I can write down H की जगह मैं लिख लेता हूं directly 0.3 into 6. So it will be comes out to be approximately nothing but 83.82 के आसपास आएगा, which I have done it. So the nearest option choice is nothing but option B, which is 80 cubic centimeter. So this question was easy. I'll not say it's a difficult, but yes, lengthy, not to be attempted in the first round. First round का question तो नहीं है ना? So any doubts to anyone? इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस हम लोग क्लास 10th 11th में सॉल्व किया करते थे इन द एनसीईआरटी बुक, isn't it? So it's not difficult, but okay, lengthy. So can we move to the next question? Question number 3. Please respond now. Nikita, Bhusan, Ansu, Susant, and everyone. And remember, guys, you guys have got enough time for the IFT to concentrate on fully on the IFT. Okay, how many of you are writing the test? Test के exam कितने लोग लिख रहे हैं? Now, coming to question number 3. Question number 3 says, using 5 dots in each of the lines. So you can see there are 5 dots in each of the line. PQ, RS, PU, and VW as the vertices. How many triangles can be drawn such that the base is on any one of the above lines? तो बेस किसी एक लाइन पे होना चाहिए. सो 4 लाइंस है. सो बेस किस लाइन पे होगा? इट कैन बी ईदर ऑन द लाइन PQ और ऑन द लाइन RS और TU और VW. So there are 4 possibilities. So I can select the line in 4 ways. Yes or no? This 4 represents the line in 4 ways here. Okay. Now into, अब हर लाइन पे 5 पॉइंट है. अब मेरा एक बेस है, तो बेस के लिए मुझे 5 में से कैन से, इफ देयर आर 5 पॉइंट्स ऑन द बेस, I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To get a triangle, I can join any 2 of the. So out of 5 points, I just need to select the 2 points on that particular base. So I can say 4 into. Okay. So let's say I've selected the base. VW select कर लिया. और अब मुझे triangle form करना है. So out of these 2 points, I have already selected 2 points. Now I need 1 point. And how many remaining points are there in the plane? The remaining points are there. So किसी मेरा ट्राइंगल बन जाएगा. Yes or no? So I can say into 15 here. So that is 4 into 15, which will be equal to 600. So this was easy to be attempted in the first round. Because the moment you read this question, you can easily realize, okay, it's a one-liner question. एक लाइन का क्वेश्चन है, पढ़ोगे तो पता है तुम्हें कि ऐसे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किए हुए, फाइंडिंग द टोटल नंबर ऑफ ट्रायंगल्स इन PNC. So you can do it easily. So any doubts to anyone now in question number 3? No. Okay, guys. So chalo, let's move to question number 4 now. Now 4, a complicated figure, but actually it's a tricky question. And when I was solving this, it reminds me of a question which was actually exactly similar question I have done in the class. मुझे देख के लगा ये. In the triangle PQR, so first of all, I'll draw a triangle that is PQR. So let me say this is the triangle PQR here. So this is P, this is point Q, and then this is the point R. Okay. So in triangle PQR, S is the midpoint of QR. Okay, and X is any point on the PR. So X किसी point है PR पे और S जो है वो midpoint है of QR. And I can join P to S like this one. Okay. So PS को मैं join कर देता हूँ. S is nothing but that is the midpoint. And if S is the midpoint, so we know that median always divides the triangle in 2 equal areas here. Always remember. So area of the triangle PQS, area of the triangle PQS, it is definitely going to be equal to A. Okay. X is any point on the R, T is the point on QR. So X is and T is also a point on QR. Let's say T को कहीं ले लेता हूं QR पे, X is a point on PR, such that PT is parallel to SX. So I can draw a line SX as well as PT. So this is the point X and this is the point T. And these two lines are parallel to each other. So this is PT and this is SX. These two lines are parallel. Okay, remember these two lines are parallel here. If the area of the triangle PQR is equal to 5.8, then the area of the triangle RTX, I need to calculate the area of the triangle RTX. So join T to X here. Join T to X here. Now, a very useful property which we have discussed in the class, it can be applied here. It is two parallel lines. And if there is a triangle between two parallel, okay, why? Let me write it down again. I'm sure that ये दो लाइंस पैरेलल है, तो ये एरिया अगर मैं ए और बी लेता हूं तो ये भी ए एंड बी, तो ये दो एरिया इक्वल होती है. व्हाई दे आर इक्वल? बिकॉज ऑन द सेम बेस द हाइट इज गोइंग टू बी द सेम. ऊपर से तो एरिया तो सेम होना चाहिए ना. सो ए प्लस बी, the combined area of this is a plus b and this is also a plus b between any two parallel lines. So we need to calculate the area of RTX. If I need to calculate the area of RTX, so you can see it here. Okay, RTX. So ये मेरा क्या हो गया? ये एरिया A है, ये एरिया B है और ये एरिया A है. Yes or no? Or इसे C. So can I say area of the triangle RTX? If you observe the figure, area of the triangle RTX, which we need to calculate, that is basically it is equal to plus B plus C. Okay, so A plus B plus C, which is same as the moment if you observe down, this is what I need to, and we know that the point S is the midpoint. Okay guys, S is the midpoint. So if S is the midpoint, so SR and QS, ये दोनों लेंथ इक्वल है. So ratio of area equal to ratio of bases. Total area is equal to 5.8. So area on the base QS is going to be 2.9 and area on the base SR is also going to be 2.9. So the answer is simply equal to 2.9. Option number A. So it's a very smart question, but not easy. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. Is that clear? Nikita, Sushant, Bhushan, and everyone, Ansu, all of you. So चले आगे, if this is clear to all of you. Okay, let's move to question number 5 now. Now, this is the easiest question. So the question which could have been attempted in the first round was question number 3 based on PNC. और फिर उसके बाद एक ये क्वेश्चन था जो फर्स्ट राउंड में अटेम्प्ट करना चाहिए था. A very very easy one. Okay, first of all I can calculate Q94. So if I need to calculate Q94, so let's calculate Q94. So what is the value of Q comma 4? So that is equal to 9 square minus 9 into 4 plus 4 square. So this will be comes out to be nothing but that is 61. Q94 is equal to 61. So I need to calculate this now entire thing, which is P into 7 comma 61. So 7 comma 61, that is 7 square plus 7 into 61 plus 61 square. So this will be comes out to be. So the correct answer is option number B, 4197. So till question number 5, I have found 2 questions to be attempted in the first round. बाकी भी easy है, but not to be attempted in the first round. Can we move to the next question now? Okay, question number 6. Now, when I saw this, first of all, I look at the figure जो मुझे find out करना है. Seems to be easy, but when I see the options, then I realized, अरे क्या करना है इसमें? It might be very very time consuming. Roots में है, pi भी involved है. So whenever there are options like this one, so you can think, okay, it's going to be lengthy. कहीं कुछ गलती हो सकती है addition subtraction. So it says in the given figure, PA is equal to QB and PRQ is the arc of the circle. Okay, PA, PR is, but is the arc of the circle. So PRQ is the arc of the circle. Center of which is O such that the angle POQ is 90 degrees. So it is a 1/4 of a circle. This angle is equal to 90 degrees. All right. This angle is 90 degrees. If AB is equal to 25 root 2. So if AB is equal to nothing but 20. So I can join P to Q. So the length PQ is also going to be equal to 25 root 2. So PQ is equal to 25 root 2 and OP is equal to, this is right isosceles triangle. So this 25 and OP is also equal to 25, isn't it? A root 2 होता है यहाँ पे क्योंकि 90 45 45 ट्रायंगल बनता है. So hypotenuse is 25 root 2, so other two sides are 25 root 2 by root 2. I can get easily 25. OQ is 25 here. So radius is basically, it is equal to 25. And the perpendicular distance of AB from the center O is 30 centimeter. So we know from center O, the perpendicular distance is 30 centimeter. Okay. So from O to base AB, this entire distance, this is going to be equal to 30 centimeter. Okay. Now, if I need to find out this length, QB, तो कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे? I need to calculate what is the length of OR, isn't it? I need to calculate OR. Okay. So PQ, it is equal to nothing but that is equal to how much? 25 root 2. So 25 root 2 by 2. So I can say the length of, isn't it? So that will be, comes out to be root 2 से multiply करूंगा तो 25 to get 50 by 2, that is 25 by root 2. So this is equal to 25 by root 2 and this is by root 2. So you can calculate the length OR now by using Pythagoras theorem. बहुत सारे मैंने जब सॉल्व किया था मैंने एरिया का फंडा यूज करके फाइंड आउट किया था. एरिया इज इक्वल टू हाफ बेस इनटू हाइट. So I have used that also. You can use anything. Like how I have done area of the triangle OPQ. Pythagoras, I use this one. Area of the triangle OPQ is equal to half into 25. Angle is 90 degrees, so half base into height. And half of PQ, if you consider base as PQ, so PQ is equal to 25. Cancel 25 will get cancelled. So the length of OR that will be equal to 25. और वैसे भी ये 90 45 45 बन रहा है तो इससे भी आ जाएगा. Whatever strikes in your mind, this is also 45. Okay, so 25 by root 2. This is what I have got here. So now we can know the length of QB. Let's see. So the length QB, it will be length PA equal, I'm writing down the left hand side, that is going to be equal to 30 minus 25 by root 2. Okay, 30 minus 25 by root 2 here. Okay, so I need to find out the area of the shaded region. So I can divide the entire figure in 3 parts. Okay, so that you can understand easily here. I'll say, let's say this part is equal to X, then it is Y, and then Z. So we know what is Y plus Z. Okay, you could have written orally also just to avoid any confusion here into 25. This is Y plus Z here. Okay, and we need to find out from here, I need to subtract Y, and Y is equal to what? Y is equal to nothing but area of the sector, that is X plus Y. ठीक है ना? I can say Y is minus X, दोनों easily find out कर सकता हूं. X plus Y is a half. X plus Y is the area of the sector, which is 9. And what is the radius here? That is 25 square. Minus X, that is the area of the triangle, that is half into 25 into 25. So this is Y. And from here, the difference between these two will give me shaded area. So shaded area is into 25 to minus 90 by 3 is 1. So this this is what I need to do. And I just need to get here of the option is satisfying here. Okay. So in any case, so instead of solving, मुझे ये तो पता लग रहा है कि 5/4. So the answer is actually option number this. C आ जाए. Okay. Not to be attempted in the first round. Question is easy, but the values are given such a way that जब भी roots में terms involved होते हैं तो it is usually somewhat time consuming. Any doubts to anyone? Can we move to the next question now? Please respond. Sixth is clear? Okay, chalo फिर. Let's move to question number 7. Just a minute. A minute. We have done till question number 6. Now come to question number 7. Now, if you look at here, question number 7, it says the roots of the quadratic equations are alpha and beta. Find the value. So the moment you see this, you can realize that, okay, ये question easy है, but yes, time लग सकता है. Solving, opening the bracket might be somewhat time consuming, isn't it? So opening the bracket might be time consuming. Otherwise, this is definitely doable. So not to be attempted in the first round, but second round में मैं इस question को definitely pick करूंगा because I know कि ये solve हो जाएगा. That is for sure. ठीक है. So sum of the roots, that is alpha plus beta, that is equal to minus b by a, that is 8. And the product of the root alpha beta, that is equal to c by a, which is 14. And I just need to open the bracket here. So I need to open the bracket, this bracket. So 1 plus alpha plus beta square को multiply करूंगा 1 से. So 1 plus alpha plus beta square plus I can say that is equal to square. Okay. Plus beta cube, beta square. So we have got lot plus alpha plus beta. So this is 1 plus alpha plus beta. Then there is another term that is alpha beta. So that is alpha. I can write down alpha beta. All right. Then there is a term like you can say alpha beta whole square. So plus alpha beta whole square also. Okay. Plus alpha square plus beta square. So that is alpha square plus beta square also. And in the last one, that is equal to alpha cube plus beta cube. So that way I can say that is alpha cube plus beta cube here. So all these are given here. So it will not take too much of time here. And then you can write down all these values. 1 plus alpha plus beta is equal to 8. Alpha beta is equal to alpha square plus beta square. That is equal to alpha. Okay. Minus 2 alpha beta. And then alpha cube plus beta cube. So alpha cube plus beta cube, it is equal to what? I can say that is going to be equal to plus beta. And then substitute these values. Plus beta whole square, that is 8 square, plus alpha plus beta whole cube, which is equal to 8 cube minus 3 times 14 into 8 here. That's it. Solve it. You'll get the answer as 431. So the correct answer choice is option number B. So doable, but yes, to be avoided in the first round because calculations karna padega, square, cube, addition, subtraction. Why to spend too much of time? Now coming to question number 8. चले आगे guys now. So question number 8. Now question number 8 here. So the moment I saw this question, नहीं इसे तो अटेम्प्ट करना है, बिकॉज लॉग में यूजुअली आंसर या तो 1 होना चाहिए, देख के मुझे लगा कि 1 होना चाहिए, एंड इट विल नॉट टेक टू मच ऑफ टाइम इफ आई टेक द एनी ऑफ द ब्रैकेट, लाइक फर्स्ट टर्म को लेता हूं, ठीक है, 1 अपॉन प्लस 1 अपॉन log of x to the base of z plus log of z to the base of z. One can be written as log z to the base z. So this will be equal to 1 upon log of xyz to the base of z. Okay, ये आ जाएगा. तो similarly, the first term it will be comes out to be 1 upon, if I write down the entire series, it will be equal to 1 upon log of xyz to the base of x plus 1 upon log of, I can say xyz to the base of y plus 1 upon log of, that will be comes out to be how much? Log of, ये लिखा है मैंने, yes, log of x. So in any case, this will be log x of log plus to log. Okay, log a plus log b plus log c is equal to log of. Answer is 1. Yes, Iift is all about the time management. Maximizing your score is the key here. So इसलिए मैं कहा था, how many to attempt the quant section of this 2018 in 2 parts, 2 पार्ट में, कि पहले 10 मिनट देते हैं, जितने क्वेश्चंस हो सकते हैं इजी वाले कर लो, और फिर उसके बाद स्कोर को मैक्सिमाइज करने की ट्राई करो. सो ये करना चाहिए था. सो आई थिंक till question number 8 I found 3 questions which can be done easily. ठीक है, like question number 5, question number 8, and there was one more question which I found earlier based on PNC. Now come to question number 9, another easy question here. So question number 9 says here, Ram, Ravi and Ratan can alone finish an assignment in 9 days, 12 days and 15 days. So you give 2 rounds to VRC. Great. Okay. So 9 days, then 12 days, and then 15 days. Okay, na? That is Ram and Ravi. They decided to complete the work by working in turns. So first step, what we usually do, we'll take the LCM. So LCM of 9, 12 and 15 is nothing but 180 units. So Ram can do how many units per day? 180 by 9, that is 20 units per day. Ravi 180 by 12, which is 15 units per day. And Ratan 180 by 15, which means that's 12 units per day. So ये 20, 15 and 12, ये हो जाएगा units per day here. So this is what we can do it here. Not some, बहुत 50% of the questions in the Iift are usually lengthy, more than 50%. Easy होते but lazy. Now it says Ram works alone on Monday. Ram is working on Monday. Rather, process is repeated, and so on. What proportion of the complete work is done by Ravi? Okay. So now together all the 3 persons can complete how many unit of work? 20 plus 15 plus 12, that is 47 units here. So I'll say 100 to 47 into 3 आ जाएगा. Yes or no? So 47 into 3, it is equal to 4, because 47 into 4 will cross 180, that we can easily observe. So 47 into 3, 7 3s are 21, 40 into 3, that is 141. All right. So together they will complete 141. So 3 cycles तो चलेंगे ही चलेंगे. Plus after 3 cycles, next Ram का turn आएगा. Ram will do 20 units. Okay, so 141 plus 20 is 161. Then Ravi will do how many units? That is 15 units. So 141 plus 20, it is equal to 161. 161 plus 15, that is 176. And in the last, Ratan, the work will be completed, 180 units. So the question is, what proportion of the complete work is done by Ravi? Ravi ने total कितना काम किया, ये मुझे find out करना है. तो रवि ने 3 साइकिल्स तो कंप्लीट किए ही किए यहां पे, ओके, और ये 15 मोर. So Ravi has completed 15 into 3 plus 15, that is equal to 60 units. So Ravi has completed 60 units out of 180 units. So the answer is 1 by 3, which is option number C. So it can be done in the first round. It will not take too much of time. Okay. So can we move to the next slide? Okay. Great. Quant is easy, but टाइम, इतने टाइम में कितने क्वेश्चंस करने चाहिए वो सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. कहां पे मुझे रुकना है, वेयर डू आई नीड टू पुट अ फुल स्टॉप, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, टाइम मैनेजमेंट. नाउ 10th, ये सबसे इजी क्वेश्चन था. लेट S1 स्क्वायर ऑफ साइड सर्कल square S1 such that all its are C1. Another square S2 circumscribe the circle C1, circle C2 circumscribe the square S2, and so on. The question is the ratio of sum of all to A1. Okay, so I need to find out the sum of all the possible values of n. The problem here is, can is the area will keeps on increasing here? क्योंकि अभी मेरे पास क्या है, S1 एक स्क्वायर है, फिर ये स्क्वायर है. Say A1 सबसे अंदर वाला है between these two, isn't it? So if this is A1, then in the next case I'll say this is A1, so then this is equal to A2. So A1 plus A2 plus I need to identify these. तो मुझे सम ऑफ इनफाइनाइट टर्म्स का फॉर्मूला तब होता है व्हेन द कॉमन रेशियो इज लेस देन 1. सो इफ इट इज अ इंक्रीजिंग जीपी वी हैव नो फॉर्मूला, so it will be tending towards infinity. So unless the value of an is given, we can't identify the answer. Okay, okay, कितने सर्कल्स हैं, कितने स्क्वायर्स हैं, मुझे जब तक नहीं पता होगा मैं इसे कैलकुलेट ही नहीं कर सकता. So that for that reason you can mark the answer is nothing but can't determine, or your answer will be in terms of n. ठीक है, but none of the option is, so I'll say the answer is nothing but it can't be determined. You need the value of n, then only we can identify here. So I think here the answer can be either C or D. I'll mark both are possibilities. Yes or no? C भी हो सकता है और D भी हो सकते हैं, दोनों में से कोई भी, क्योंकि दो ऐसे ऑप्शंस हैं. Why I've said D, none of these, because you can find out the answer, but the answer will be in terms of n. n के टर्म्स में आएगा. ठीक है, so आंसर n के टर्म्स में आएगा. So I can mark option number D also, or you can say that it can't be determined unless the exact values of n is given here. So anyone who has marked both of them, I think they have got it correct also. So any doubts to anyone now in question number 10? Please tell me. So the correct answer should be C or D. If the series goes on till infinity, the answer will be infinity. Or if the values of n is given, then also we can calculate particular value. So answer is cannot be determined, as well as none of these, both are to be true. Okay, let's move to question number 11. So half of the questions we have done in the last 48 minutes. Question number 11. Now this was also easy to be attempted in the first round. It says Joseph diametrically crosses a semicircular playground and takes 48 seconds rest. तो semicircular playground है, तो ये यहां से यहां तक मैं कह सकता हूं. And he takes 48 seconds less than if he crosses the playground around the circular path. 48 seconds लगता है अगर वो circular path से जाता है. So if the radius of this circle it is equal to r, or this is diameter is 2r. Okay. So 2 pi r, the circumference is 2 pi r for the circle. So for semicircle, circumference is nothing but that is equal to pi r. So what is the time taken to travel along the diameter? Along the diameter, the time taken is nothing but that is 2r. 50. Okay. But remember, he walks 50 watt in 1 minute. So you can convert this in terms of second, because यहाँ पे ये जो difference है, time gap is nothing but 48 second given है. तो 50 को 50 meter per minute, I can say the speed will be nothing but 50 by 60 per second. So the speed of per second. So I can say R minus 2R 5 by 6, and this time gap it is given to as 48. Yes, so sorry, 48 second less here. So this value is given as 48 second less here. So just solve this and you get exactly 2R. It will be comes out to be equal to or 25. So the diameter it is equal to 70. So option number B. You could have attempted in the first round. पढ़ते ही एक बार में समझ में आ जाएगा और पता भी है कि इसमें ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगेगा. Can we move to the next question now? 11 is done. Okay. Let's move to next question. That is question number 12. 12 says, Garima had only rupees 200. Okay. So गरिमा के पास केवल 200 रुपए हैं वॉलेट में और 500 के नोट है और 2000 के नोट. Let's say she has got X note of 200, notes of 500, Z notes of 2000. She goes to shopper store and purchase some dresses and give half of her 2000 notes. तो उसने अपने 2000 के half of notes उसने दिए. तो उसके पास बचे कितने? That is Z by 2. Half of the notes he has given. So how many of them are remaining? That is equal to Z by 2. And in turn she receives same number of 2200 notes. So 200 notes अब कितने हो गए? X plus Z by 2. जितने नोट उसने दिए थे उतने ही नोट 200 के वापस मिलने से. So I can say X plus Z by 2. This is the new value. She then goes to a restaurant and gives all her 500 notes. सारे 500 के नोट्स दे दिए. तो सारे 500 के नोट दे दिए सेकंड टाइम. तो ये क्या हो गया? अब उसके पास 0 नोट्स बचे 500 के. And receives 32,000 notes. So Z by 2 plus, I can say that is equal to 30. Right? So that is equal to Z by 2 plus that is equal to 30 notes. Which increases the number of rupees 2000 notes she had by 75%. So 75% increase हो रही है वैल्यू. तो 75% is equal to 3 by 4. So I can say Z by 2 into 1 plus 3 by 4. 1 plus 3 by 4, that is equal to 7 by 4, which is equal to Z by 2 plus 30. All right. So this is 7 by 8, which is equal to Z by 2. I can say that is 4Z by 8 plus 30. Okay. So 3Z here by 8. So Z will be coming out to be how much? That is equal to 80 here. So if she now has 50 rupees 200 के अब मेरे पास क्या है? अच्छा 50 नोट है, 50 नोट्स है और 200 के कितने नोट्स है मेरे पास? अभी X plus 2 है. Z की वैल्यू and now she has 5200 notes. So this is equal to 50. So I can substitute the value of Z here. So I'll get that is X plus 80 by 2 it is equal to 50. So X is equal to 10. So what were the original number of 2000 notes and 200 notes? So original number of 2000 notes, that is, which is 80, and 200 notes, that is X, which is 10. So the answer is 80 and 10, which is option number C. Now tell me if there is any doubts to anyone in question number, we can say that is 12. Please respond now if there is any doubts to anyone in question number 12. No. All right. So let's move to question number 13 now. Now coming to question number 13, somewhat difficult in comparison with the rest of the questions here. It says a metallic solid is made up of a solid cylinder, solid cone on its top. Okay, so I can draw the figure. There is a cone and there is a solid cylindrical base. So this is the figure here. The radius of the base of the cone is 5. So radius of the base cone is 5. So cylinder का भी radius क्या हो गया? 5. Okay. So radius of the cylinder is 5 as well as base is also 5. So radius is equal to 5, I can say. Okay. and the ratio of the height of cylinder and the cone is 3:2. So height of the cylinder, I can say it is equal to 3K. Okay. This is equal to 3K. This is equal to nothing but that is equal to 2K. Cylinder to cone, the ratio is 3:2. So I can assume 3K and 2K simply. Now, after that, a cylindrical hole is drilled through the solid with a height equal to 2/3 of the height of the solid. So 2/3 of the total 3 into 5K. So that will, so जो cylindrical होगा वो ऐसा हो गया 10/3K. ठीक है ना, ये 3K से बड़ा है तो ये जो लेंथ है this is going to be equal to 10/3K. 3.33K आएगा. ठीक है, तो slightly above this one here. The question is what should be the radius of the hole. I need to find out the radius of the hole. So radius of the hole, I can say, let's say this is the radius of this hole is what I need to identify. इसको मैं R ले लेता हूं और इसका तो रेडियस 5 है गिवन ये मेरे पास. This is, so it says what should be the radius of the hole so that the volume of the hole, so first of all volume of the hole, so volume of the hole, that is the cylinder. Hole is nothing but cylinder, so volume of the hole is equal to nothing. Let me write down the equation, that is pi r square. So that is pi into r square into h is equal to nothing but volume of the hole is 1/3, so I can say 1/3 of the volume of the metallic solid after drilling. So 1/3 of the volume of the metallic solid after drilling. Okay, so what you can write down, instead of writing this one, let me write down a couple of things here. Okay, there are three things. So volume of a hole, so I'm writing down volume of a hole, that is H. VH is the volume of the hole. It is equal to 1/3 of the volume of metallic solid after drilling. So 1/3 of the volume of the metallic solid after drilling. So metallic solid की volume क्या होगी? That is the volume of the nothing but that is the cylinder, original cylinder. ये तो 1/3. So I can say VH minus 1/3. तो minus 1/3 left hand side में आके plus 1/3. So that will be equal to 4/3. So we can say that is means 4/3, or I can say 3 VH minus, that is equal to, ये cross multiply करूंगा 3, that is 4 VH of hole, it is equal to nothing but the volume of the cylinder plus volume of the hole. So now we can say 4 times what is the volume of the hole. So volume of the hole, it is equal to pi into r square, that is what I need to calculate, into height, which is equal to 10/3K. Okay, it is equal to volume of the original cylinder जो था नीचे में, that is equal to again pi into 5 square into 3K plus volume of the cone. Volume of the cone, it is equal to by 3 pi into r square, that is 5 square into, and you can find out the value of r. Okay, so if you saw, so the correct answer choice is option. So is that clear to all of you? Any doubts to anyone now in question number 13? No. Okay. So let's move to question number 14 now. Let's move to question number 14 now. Now, clear to all of you till question number 13? Nikita, Bhushan, Sushant, Ansu, Apex, everyone, Vivek. Good evening, Vivek. Now, coming to question number 14. 14 says Nitin installed an overhead tank on the roof of his newly constructed house. 3 taps are connected to the tank. 2 taps A and B. So there is a, and 1 tap is C. So tap, it is empty कर रहा है. ठीक है. Tap A alone can fill it in 12 hours. So A can fill, while tap B alone takes 1.5 times. So 1.5 times more time than tap A. So it means B is taking nothing but 18 hours. And tap C alone can empty a completely filled tank in 36 hours. So 36 hours में उसे empty करेगा. So LCM of these three is equal to nothing but is 30 units. So A is filling plus 3, 36 by 12, 36 by 18 plus 2, and 36 by 36, that is minus 1. C is emptying it. Now it says yesterday to fill the tank, Nitin first opened tap A. So उसने पहले tap A को open किया. Then after 2 hours, he opened tap B. 2 घंटे के बाद उसने tap B को भी open किया. However, after 6 hours, so after 6 hours, he realized that the tap C was open from the very beginning. It means tap A is open for the 6 hours. 6 घंटे के बाद. Tap B क्योंकि 2 घंटे बाद open किया था, तो tap B has worked only for 4 hours in the first 6 hours, and tap C has worked for again 6 hours. So how much work has been completed? I can say 6 into 3, 18 units, 4 into 2, 8 units, and that is minus. So 18 plus 8 is 26 minus 6. That means 20. The work. Okay, 16 units remaining. Okay. The question is, he quickly closes tap C. What will be the total time required to fill the tank? अब मुझे 16 units को fill करने में कितना? Now 16 units कौन-कौन fill करेगा? A and fill only. ठीक है, because C को तो मैंने बंद कर दिया. So time taken to fill 16 units is 16 by 5. That is 5 threes are 3 plus 1 by 5. Means that और 6 घंटे आ चुका हूं मैं. So my answer is 6 plus 3 9. 9 hours and 12 minutes. So answer is that is what you all need to avoid. So pick the questions which you can think it will not take too much of time. So the answer is option number C. Like cutoff for this year was 2.34. तो 4-5 क्वेश्चन मैंने बताया था कि 6 क्वेश्चन का टारगेट रखो कि करने हैं. 6 इजी क्वेश्चन फाइंड आउट कर लो. फिर जब टाइम मिले तो फिर आके और अटेम्प्ट करो. But first try to maximize your score, all of it. So can we move to the next question now? So this was easy. इसमें टाइम भी नहीं लगेगा. But not to be attempted in the first round. बहुत लंबा क्वेश्चन है, पढ़ने में टाइम लगेगा. So I'll avoid it in the first round. I'll come back in the second round. 15. At the foot of the mountain, it says at the foot of the mountain, the angle of elevation of the summit at the top of the mountain is 45 degrees. So अभी जो इनिशियल एंगल बन रहा है वो क्या बन रहा है? 45 डिग्री बन रहा है. ठीक है. So here ये 45 degree. So if I say there is a mountain, the height of the mountain is h. So initially it is making an angle of 45 degree and this is also 45 degree. So नीचे वाला भी distance ये h आ जाएगा. That is for sure. Height is h and h. After ascending 100 meters at a slope of 30 degrees. So after ascending 100 meters at a slope of 30 degrees. So 100 meters at a slope of 30 degrees. So this angle is nothing but that is 30 degree. Okay. ये 100 meters है. ठीक है. The angle of the elevation of summit is now 60 degree. So अब जो angle of elevation है वो 60 degree. So this angle is now 60 degree. Like this one. So I need to find out what is the height of the summit. So trigonometry में standard 30, 60, 90 का फंडा यूज करते हैं हम लोग हमेशा. So this is 60 and this is 90. So in 30, 60, 90, the sides are always in the ratio 1 is to root 3 is to 2. So if this is 100, hypotenuse is 100. So 1 is to root 3 is to 2. So 30 जो सबसे छोटा होगा वो क्या हो जाएगा? 100 का half, that is 50. So this is 50 and this length will be equal to 50 root 3. Okay, so 1 is to root 3 is to 2 के रेशो में हो गया 50, 50 root 3 and this one. Now we need to find out the height of the summit here. So if we need to find out the height of the summit, so this distance, this is equal to h minus 50 root 3. So this is h minus 50. Okay. Also, so this is that the total height is equal to this one. Again, apply 30, 60, 90 funda in the another triangle. Okay. ये 30 डिग्री है और ये 60 है. सो 30 के ऑपोजिट h माइनस 50√3 है ना, 30 के ऑपोजिट 50, तो 60 के ऑपोजिट क्या होना चाहिए? वी नो 30 साइड साइड, सो यहाँ पे 30 के ऑपोजिट द लेंथ इज h माइनस 50√3. ओके, इन दिस ट्रायंगल आई एम नॉट मार्क द ट्रायंगल. 60 के ऑपोजिट ये h माइनस 50 है, so that is h minus 50√3 upon h minus 50. That is in the ratio 1:√3. To solve this, and you'll get the value of h. Easily आ जाएगा. The correct answer will be comes out to be 50 into √3 plus 1. So I'll attempt this question, not a difficult and lengthy. Any doubts to anyone now in question number 15? No. All right, guys. So chalo, let's move ahead to the next question. Question number 16. Again, a lengthy question. It says Land Cruiser Prado, the latest SUV from the Toyota Motors, consume diesel at the of this much liter per kilometer. Every 1 kilometer, this is the quantity of water diesel required while traveling at a speed of x kilometer per hour. The diesel cost rupees, the cost of the diesel is 5 per liter, and the driving is 50 per hour. Lots of information. So writing an equation might be a tedious or time consuming. Find the steady speed that will minimize the total cost of a 1000. So minimize भी करना है. So from my past experience, I know कि quadratic equations कुछ बनेगा यहाँ पे. So I need to minimize. So first of all, what is the total cost? That is what we need to identify. The total cost. ठीक है? So total cost is equal to the cost of the driver as well as दो ही चीज यहाँ पे इन्वॉल्व है. And I need to travel 100,000 kilometer and 50 hour per hour. So कितने देर तक, what is the total time? टाइम कितना लगेगा 1000 किलोमीटर को ट्रैवल करने पे? स्पीड इज x. So can you say first travel is equal to speed is equal to x. So ड्राइवर को भी 50 रुपीज पर आवर पे करना है. So ड्राइवर कॉस्ट इट विल बी इक्वल टू 1000 by x. Okay, into 50. That is cost of driver. Cost of diesel. So cost of diesel is nothing but liter per kilometer. So for 1000 kilometer, the cost of the diesel is 1000. All right. So I can say cost of the diesel is equal to 1000 consumed diesel here. So first of all, quantity of the diesel into price of the diesel. Diesel की cost क्या होगी? कितना quantity consume कर रहा है into price. अब 1000 किलोमीटर के लिए कितना क्वांटिटी कंज्यूम करेगा? सो आई कैन से 1000 इनटू and for what is the price? 65 per liter. So multiply it by 65. And we need to minimize this. So we need to minimize this. So first of all, we need to simplify this equation. If we simplify this, that will be 21 0x plus 162.5x. और क्वाड्रेटिक की जगह मुझे पता है द प्रोडक्ट, व्हाट इज द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ दीज टू? द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ दीज टू इज गोइंग टू बी कांस्टेंट, इजंट इट? x और x तो कैंसिल हो जाएगा, and whenever the product is constant then the sum is minimum when both the numbers are equal. When both the numbers are equal, we know that. So I can say that means 2125 equals 0 x. It must be equal to 1 x. So you can solve it here. That will be comes out to x square. It will be approximately equal to root of 1 3. X is approximately 36. Okay. And again, if you look at it, most of the options are nothing but so we are not getting the exact value, isn't it? ज्यादातर सारे approximations में, almost in all the questions. So any doubts to anyone now? Can we move to the next question? Please respond, all of you, if there is any doubts to anyone. No. Chalo. Come to 17. It says, in a survey on the viewership of the TV channels, 73% of those surveyed viewed at least one of the three channels. Star Plus, Sub TV and Sony. So ये तीन, I can write it. So Star, Sony. Okay. And total the union of these three, it is equal to 73. Okay, because 73% of those surveyed viewed at least one. Yes, you can use the options also. That's right. Definitely. In the previous question, you can have used the options also. एक बार equations बन गई तो करके कर सकते हैं. But options कितने सारे values try करोगे देखोगे ना. हर एक options के लिए मुझे अलग अलग values आएंगी. Total cost, isn't it, Bhushan? But we know the simple funda that if the product of the two terms is constant, sum is minimum when both the numbers are equal. So उससे easy आ जाएगा ना. Otherwise सारे options substitute करके then you will try. It might be somewhat time consuming. You can say. Now, coming to this question 17. So it says 73 surveyed viewed at least one of the three channels, Star Plus, Sub TV and Sony. 30 surveyed viewed Star Plus. So 38% people are watching Star Plus. 39% people are watching Sony. 11% of all those surveyed viewed all the three. So this is equal to 11. So I can say exactly 3. The number of people who are watching all the three channels, that is exactly 3. That is equal to 11 here. What percentage of those surveyed viewing more than one of the two channels? So more than one of the two channels. So I need to find out exactly 2 plus exact. Now, so what is number of people who is watching exactly one channel plus exactly two channel plus exactly, that is 73% given. Okay. Now, if I add these three values, we know the equation will be E1 plus twice of E2 plus E3. That will be equal to 38 plus 23 plus 39 और E3 मुझे पता है तो ये वैल्यू आ जाएगी यहां से E1 plus E. So E1 plus E2 it is equal to 73 minus 11 which is equal to 62 and यहाँ पे भी E3 substitute कर दो 11 so I'll get E1 plus ये वैल्यू आ जाएगी that will be comes out to be equal to 67. Now, so there are 5% people who are watching exactly two channels and 11% people are watching exactly three channels. So exactly 3 is 11, exactly 2 is 5. So more than one of the two channels means exactly 2 plus exactly 3 that is going to be equal to 16%. So the correct answer here which is 16. So this was also doable. Not very time consuming question. So any doubts to anyone? In question number 17, please tell me. No. So can we move to the next question if it is clear to all of you? Let's move ahead. Question number 18. Based on probability. Based on actually Bayes theorem. Okay, Iift में probability के questions आते हैं. On several occasions, I have seen around 4 to 5 questions in one single paper based on the probability. Okay. A physical therapist of a Russian football team knows that the team will win 40% matches on artificial turf this season. Okay. So, artificial turf. Okay, winning की कितनी chances है? That is 40% chances winning. Okay. So, grass court पे कितने chances होंगे? 100 minus 40, that is 60%. Okay. So, there is a 40% chances that artificial or grass पे 60%. Because of his vast experience, he knows that the football player's chances of incurring a knee injury is 50% higher if he's playing on artificial turf instead of grass here. Okay, if the player chances of a knee injury on the artificial turf is 0.42, अब artificial पे ठीक है, नी इंजरी की कितने चांसेस है, प्रोबेबिलिटी फॉर नी इंजरी ऑन द आर्टिफिशियल, हाँ क्लास 12 का पढ़ लो, काफी है, क्लास 12 की प्रोबेबिलिटी पढ़ लो यहाँ पे। सो आर्टिफिशियल 40% नी इंजरी के चांसेस कितने, प्रोबेबिलिटी दैट इज गिवन एज 0.42, ओके, that is given as 0.42, and it also says it is 50% higher on the in comparison with the grass. So grass पे knee injury कितने chances है, that the knee injury will happen on the grass, that is equal to 50%. So I can say that is 0.42 is equal to 1.5 times on the grass. So that will be equal to 0.42 upon 1.5. So 0.42 upon 1.5, that will be comes out to be equal to 1.5 is 3 by 2. So 0.42 into 3 by 2, that is 2 by 3. So that will be coming out to be point. So knee chances probability on the grass is nothing but 0.28. Now, the question here is saying, what is the probability that a football player with a knee? So, probability that a football player with a knee injury. So, we know that there is a player जिसको knee injury है. Okay. So, knee injury है, तो उसके क्या होंगे probability? So, I can say artificial पे knee injury हो, तो artificial पे खेलने के 0.4, और वहां पे knee injury के chances कितने हैं? That is 0.42. So, that is 0.42. और the knee injury can happen on the grass, so grass पे खेलने की probability 0.6 और knee injury के chances कितने, 0.28. Probability that a football player with a knee injury incurred the injury while playing on the grass. So अगर किसी को knee injury है तो क्या probability है कि वो grass पे हुआ. So it's Bayes theorem. So knee injury की probability I have already written in the denominator. अब इसमें से कौन सा पार्ट न्यूमरेटर में आएगा, फर्स्ट पार्ट एंड सेकंड पार्ट, दिस. So the question is कि अगर इंजरी है, then what is the probability that this injury happens on grass? So I think in the numerator it will be 0.6. So just simplify this, you'll get the answer, which is this answer. So it is based on Bayes theorem, option number C, or we can say that is conditional probability भी इसे बोलते हैं. So conditional probability rated for Iift, conditional probability पता है, on several occasions a lot of question has been asked from conditional probability. Yes, that's right, Nikita. So any doubts to anyone now in question number 18? All right, guys. So let's move to the next question then. Question number 19. The square root of. So how I have solved it, that if the result is true, it must be true for any values of x. Yes or no? इसके स्क्वायर रूट फाइंड आउट करने, तो मैंने क्या किया कि इंस्टेड ऑफ सॉल्विंग दिस आई x इक्वल टू 0 फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, एंड आई कैन एलिमिनेट. तो 0 सब्स्टिट्यूट करूंगा तो ये जो वैल्यू आएगी ये क्या आ जाएगी, 1 प्लस 1 विच इज इक्वल टू 2. सो इसका स्क्वायर रूट रूट 2 होना चाहिए. तो सारे ऑप्शन में x इक्वल टू 0 पुट करके यू कैन चेक किससे आंसर रूट 2 आ रहा है. तो फर्स्ट ऑप्शन दैट इज 1 बाई रूट 2 इंटू स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 1 दैट इज 1 एंड फिर माइनस 1. ओके, माइनस 1. तो इससे तो आंसर नहीं आ रहा है, तो आंसर कांट बी फर्स्ट ऑप्शन. ऑलराइट, आई थिंक दो ऑप्शंस मैंने, ये यहां पे फर्स्ट में ये प्लस साइन था गाइस, ये एक्चुअली प्लस साइन था. ये आएगा 1 by root 2 that is equal to 2 by root 2 which is equal to root 2. So first option is satisfying. In fact, the correct answer is first option. Second option में already 0 आएगा, I have told you. First option plus sign था. If there is a minus sign, it will be comes out to be 0. The second option is giving us 0. So that is not the answer. Option number C अगर मैं put करूंगा तो 0, तो by but root 2. So I'll take a risk and I'll mark it. Or you can try with one more value. If you substitute x equal to 1, that will also option A will satisfy. So straight away my answer is option number A, and I can move to the next question. So there is no need to solve this. If the result is true, it must be true for any values of x. So any doubts to anyone in question number 19 now? No. All right. So let's move to last question, that is question number 20. This was also easy. Now this question also you can have solved with the help of the options. ठीक है ना, ऑप्शन से इसे भी सॉल्व कर सकते थे. देख के मुझे लग रहा है कि पावर ऑफ 2 पे ही काम करना चाहिए. तो यू कैन स्टार्ट विथ सॉल्विंग टेकिंग x इक्वल टू 2 और फिर x इक्वल टू 4 सब्स्टिट्यूट करके यू कैन इजिली क्रॉस इट. बट लेट्स से log x to the base of 2. So I have as it is log x to the base of 2 into upon को base 2 पे base. So log 2 to the base 2 log of x 2 upon log x to the base 2 minus log 64 to the base 2 by b is equal to log a minus b 1 upon log of x to the base 2 minus log of to the base 2. So log x to the base 2 is equal to y. So y upon y minus log 64. 64 is 2 raised to power 6. So log of 2 raised to power 6 to the base 2. So 2 raised to power 6 to the base 2, that will be equal to 6 is equal to. All right. Now 1 upon y minus log 16 to the base 2. So 16 is 2 raised to power 4. So that will be 4. And you can quickly multiply this. That is y square minus 4y. It is equal to y minus 6. So y square minus 5y plus 6 is equal to 0. Y minus 2 into y minus 3. And what is y? Y is equal to log of x to the base of 2. Okay? So y is equal to log of x to the base log of x to the base 2, 3. One of them is given in the option, so we can mark answer as option number B, which is 4. So now tell me, any doubts to anyone in these 20 questions? सेक्शनल कट ऑफ तो आराम से कर सकते थे क्लियर, इजंट इट? 10 मिनट में हो जाता है सेक्शनल कट ऑफ. इसका 2.34 था. 2.34 के लिए मुझे 3 4 5 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने थे. आई कुड हैव पिक क्वेश्चन नंबर प्रोबेबली 20, ये इजी था. ठीक है, 19 एंड देन आई पिक लाइक इन द फर्स्ट राउंड वाले क्वेश्चन में बता रहा हूं 19. इफ आर नॉट कंफर्टेबल विद ट्रिग्नोमेट्री माइट लिव देयर 15. लाइक क्वेश्चन नंबर 9, फिर एक और लॉ के क्वेश्चन 8. So 8, 9. So there are several questions, at least 6, 7 questions थे जो you can easily have attempted in the first round, isn't it? So always, again, my advice is write each and every IFT paper as a mock, and it's all about time management. Questions are easy, but they are lengthy. So you need to pick the question which you can do it quickly. That is very important. सारे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किए जा सकते हैं, बट टाइम बहुत कम है, ये चीज ध्यान में रखना. Also, I have discussed the first 14 questions of ZAT 2021. Go through the ZAT paper also. सारे क्वेश्चंस एक बार IFT से पहले सॉल्व कर लेना क्वांट के. I'll discuss the remaining questions maybe tomorrow. Okay, make sure that you are solving all the questions. Do all the CAT 2018, sorry 2020 तीनों की तीनों सॉर्ट के सारे क्वांट क्वेश्चन भी कर लेना before writing IFT. You learn something new. कुछ क्वेश्चंस करोगे तो प्रैक्टिस ही होगी ना क्वांट की. Okay. All right, guys. That's right. So we have spent how many minutes? That is 80 minutes. So in 80 minutes, we have done all the 20 questions, discussed all the 20 questions. यानी कि 80 minutes, 20 questions, 20 into 4, 80. हर क्वेश्चन को ऑन एन एवरेज 4 मिनट लग रहे हैं, isn't it? अगर मैं देखूं तो डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन में ऐसा कुछ है नहीं भूषण. डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन इज कंप्लीटली कैलकुलेशन बेस्ड. ठीक है ना, मतलब इजी होता है कि कैलकुलेशन दे आर चेकिंग देयर एक्चुअल स्पीड. सो आई विल से डू लॉट ऑफ प्रैक्टिस ऑफ डीआई. मतलब यूजुअली आई विल अवॉइड अटेम्प्टिंग डीआई इन द आईएफटी. ओके, जीके सेशन शेड्यूल करूंगा. ओके, आई एम मेकिंग द पीपीटीज. एक बार पीपीटीज रेडी हो जाएगी तो आई विल शेड्यूल दैट. ऑलराइट गाइस. सो हाँ, फ्रॉम मंडे से निकिता. Okay, next 2 week we'll be doing, I will be taking around 14-15 जीके सेशन. बट ऑलरेडी जो 17 जीके क्विज जो मैंने शेयर किया वो तो एक बार फिर से रिवाइज कर ही लेना. ओके गाइस, सो गुड नाइट टू ऑल ऑफ यू. सी यू ऑल टुमारो. मे बी आई कैन टेक अ स्ट्रैटेजी सेशन फॉर डीआई, कैसे अटेम्प्ट करना चाहिए आईएफटी के डीआई का पेपर. DI सेक्शन, DILR सेक्शन को. Okay. All right, guys. So good night to all of you. I'll keep it on Saturday or maybe Sunday. DILR का लास्ट ईयर का पेपर डिस्कस करता हूँ.